Some cartoons are just fun, but some, they predicted the future with scary accuracy. From global events to advanced technology, these scenes still make people ask one question: how did they know? Let's break down the 10 creepiest predictions that still confuse the world. 10. Phineas and Ferb predict modern VR. When this cartoon showed a fully immersive VR world, nobody thought much of it. But go back and watch the episode carefully. The headset design, the tracking system, the hand controllers, they look almost identical to the MetaQuest and VR headsets we use today. Even the way characters move inside the virtual world matches how VR sensors track movement in real life. And this show aired years before tech companies announced VR projects. Some people believe the creators were imagining the future, others believe they had insider knowledge. Either way, it's eerily accurate. 9. The Jetsons predict smart homes. A cartoon from the 1960s showed video calls, robot vacuum cleaners, smart watches, AI assistants, automatic sliding doors, flat-screen TVs, food printers, all long before they existed. This wasn't vague sci-fi. These were device-for-device predictions, almost blueprint level. People still argue, was it creative imagination, or did the creators know more about the future of tech than they let on? Eight. Family Guy and the Boston Marathon scene. This prediction is disturbing for a lot of people. Family Guy aired a scene where Peter participates in the Boston Marathon. After a few comedic moments, there's an explosion. Months later, the real Boston Marathon bombing happened. The scene was quickly removed everywhere, but thousands of people remember how shockingly similar it felt. Coincidence? Or something much darker? Seven. Futurama and the Higgs Boson equation. On a chalkboard in one episode, the writers slipped in a joke equation. Years later, physicists confirmed that the equation is extremely close to the formula used to predict the Higgs boson particle, a discovery that earned a Nobel Prize. Think about that. A cartoon comedy accidentally writing physics that scientists hadn't proven yet. Coincidence? Or brilliant minds hiding in a cartoon writer's room? If these predictions already feel too accurate, hit subscribe. The next ones are even more unbelievable. 6. SpongeBob predicts coral bleaching. In an early episode, Bikini Bottom overheats, corals turn white, and marine life panics. This wasn't common knowledge back then, but years later, real scientists described coral bleaching using almost the exact same visuals. Even the regions affected in the cartoon line up with the areas hit hardest first in real life. Was it environmental foresight or a warning nobody realized? 5. The Simpsons predict smartwatches. In a 1995 episode, a character talks through a watch. Not just a watch, an almost perfect prototype of the modern Apple Watch. The angle, the voice feature, the design. It's like they froze time, jumped ahead, and sketched the real device. Apple didn't release a smartwatch until 2015. 2 decades later. That's a long time for a coincidence. 4. Simpsons predict Lady Gaga's Super Bowl show. An episode showed Lady Gaga flying above a stadium with metallic gear while hanging by suspension wires and performing for a massive crowd. Years later, during the actual Super Bowl halftime show, Lady Gaga recreated the scene almost shot for shot. Same outfit style, same pose, same entrance. When a prediction becomes that accurate, it no longer feels random. Three, Trump presidency. One of the most famous predictions ever. Simpsons didn't just guess Trump would become president. They showed the exact gestures, the escalator scene, the crowd reactions, and even similar camera angles 15 years before it happened. This isn't prediction. This is a replay that happened years later in real life. Even political analysts admit this one is too perfect to ignore. Two, Simpsons predict COVID and murder hornets. In one storyline, a virus spreads from Asia. Citizens wear masks, panic rises, and then giant hornets appear. Fast forward to 2020, COVID-19, masks worldwide, and the sudden outbreak of murder hornets in the US and Canada. Two global events predicted together years before they happened. Statistically, nearly impossible. 1. The 9/11 magazine cover. This is the most unsettling one. A Simpsons episode shows a magazine with the New York skyline and a $9 price tag next to the Twin Towers. Together, it reads 911. This aired years before the tragedy. People have studied this frame for decades, trying to understand how a cartoon could produce such a chilling visual parallel. Coincidence? Maybe, but it's one of the most disturbing accidental predictions ever aired.